our grandma, Betty White, according to CNN. Betty White will once again grace America's lives, not on TV, but on your mail. The U.S. Postal
But
Service,
uh,
yeah, I'm just reading what it says here. The U.S. Postal Service will honor the beloved American TV icon with her own stamp next year. The Postal Service announced the stamp on Friday as part of its new slate of stamps for 2025, which will honor nature, history, and cultural icons like Betty White. There's a joke in there, but I'm going to save it. While White's stamp comes nearly 3 years after she died in 2021 at 99, weeks shy of turning 100. Largely known for her role in The Golden Girls and The Mary Tyler Moore Show, White dedicated her entire career to show business. She is remembered for her comedic charm and for gracing the nation with one of the longest entertainment careers ever.
Mhm. Well, you know, sure. You know, when I saw this, I thought to myself, how often do people get put on U.S. postage stamps? Because my instinct was, why Betty White?
Okay.
I understand what you just said.
I mean, what
She's a
CNN,
culture,
CNN just said.
right, but she's a cultural icon. I totally understand that. I'm not I'm not against it. I just wanted to know why.
Okay.
It made me laugh more than anything else because I was just like, oh, Betty White. And I am known publicly to be a huge fan of the Golden Girls. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with people being put on the postage stamp. I was just like, well, why Betty White? Just seemed random to me.
Yeah.
And so I did do a little research. Apparently over 800 people have been featured on US postage stamps
Yeah.
before. Um
You never saw a person on a stamp?
yes, but I'm just saying I just didn't know like what the I guess I was trying to figure out how often does this happen? Who has been featured on the stamp? I know we've talked about it before. I know when Celia Cruz was that was announced a while back.
That was a coin.
Oh, it was I'm sorry. See, I'm getting it mixed up now.
It's okay.
Um but yeah, sure. Like
Celia Cruz is going to be on a quarter.
you're right. You're right. Okay. I think that's maybe why I was getting this a little mixed up because I immediately thought about that too and the fact that we had talked about that. Okay. So, please excuse
Deer on
my,
Sap.
my ignorance there. But what'd you say?
It said PEMDAS.
Oh.
You said, please excuse, and then you put
No,
a
I know.
long pause. You said, please excuse my, and I said, deer on Sap.
Yeah, Sally. Okay.
I know. It's all right. I ain't shit.
I didn't know what you said, but yeah, as soon as you said PEMDAS, yeah, of course. So yeah, I mean, this is fine. Like, whatever. A lot of people have been featured on it before. They feel like they need to honor Betty White with a stamp. Cool. I might buy a book of Betty White stamps.
There you go.
Um,
Some people collect those celebrity stamps.
I believe that. That makes sense to me because I'm looking at all the people that have been on stamps, and I'm like, it's been a lot. I can totally see how somebody would, make a collection out of it.
Yeah.
But I'd like one. I'd get a book of Betty White stamps. I think that would be hilarious. Now the question is, will they be forever stamps? Because
I don't even know what that means.
the forever stamps are the stamps that when you buy them, you can use them in perpetuity. Whereas when you buy the other standard postage, you
They
can't.
expire.
So when postage changes, then You know how you have like a 40-cent stamp and then they tell you postage is actually 60 cents? You'd have to use two
Mhm.
stamps in order to have enough postage. The
Yeah,
forever stamp avoids that problem.
it's some old shit,
Cool grandma.
but not really.
What do you
Um,
think about Betty White being on a stamp?
I'm always cool with cultural icons being honored in various ways, and so I think that's cool. And this is what I really wanted to say. Since
Uh-huh.
we chose the topic, I'll wait till after you finish your whatever that beverage is.
It's water. I'm not one of those people who put soda in my water tumbler. I actually only put water in here.
Is it a water tumbler or just a tumbler?
It's a, all right.
You said water tumbler. Anyway, I just want to say now, anybody who ever wanted to lick Betty White can. I knew you'd make that exact face. And I know this will also be a clip. And that's why I said it.
Gross.
I didn't say I wanted to. I said anybody who wants to, you know?
Gross.
There are people out there who thought she was a sexy old lady.
Did they?
There were all type of memes about Betty White and sex the last 20 years of her life or whatever it was.
Okay.
She even made like public sexual statements. She didn't say, "Hey, I really want to have sex with Dashing D from the Weeknights podcast." But she said like stuff about sex publicly and people were like, "Yeah, Betty, yeah, not me, people. Just want to be clear here. 99 is it's pushing it for me."
Oh, 99. All right. I also, just an aside, want to point out that when I purchased this, it said stainless steel water bottle travel
Yo, you
mugs.
really was looking that up just now?
Yes.
Oh my god, you're a loser for that.
Whatever. I'll be a
Unbelievable.
loser.
I asked a question. I asked, is it called a water
No,
tumbler
because you
or
were
is it
being
just a
shady. You
tumbler?
were being
No, I
shady.
was asking. That was like inquiring minds want to know.
Oh, okay.
Go lick Betty White.
That's gross. That's
You-
disgusting.
If we named our episodes like normal podcasters,
I'm
this
glad we don't.
Lick Betty White would totally be the name of this episode.
I'm glad we don't have to do that.
I'm sad that we don't, because that would be.
Oh.
Could you imagine people scrolling by our pod and seeing Lick Betty White as the title? Probably be out of here with that title. But anyway,